Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm gonna start this video off with something different, but anyhow. So, I'd seen a video the other night and thought it was interesting because they had a basically like a little 3-day challenge. Basically, you go as long as you can without eating, basically the 3 days. So, you're inducing an artificial like famine on yourself. And what this does is the whole point of this is you see what this does to your morality, what it does to you mentally, and basically all it is a personal test. So I decided I would go ahead and try it myself. Um, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it in another video if I can make through all 3 days. But I'm telling you what, so far it's it's been kind of rough. I mean, I've gone without eating before. I've gone 24 hours at a time without eating before. I've done some 24-hour long fasts. I've done 18-hour fasts. You know, I'm not gonna be a brainless idiot and try to go, 3 days without drinking water too, because that'd be kind of stupid. That's completely foolish. But we're gonna see how this goes. But I can tell you right now, there's a definite change when you don't eat, for a full 24 hours. My energy is kind of sapped. Like I worked a full 8-hour day. I even worked through my lunch. So because since I wasn't gonna take lunch, I went ahead and worked through the lunch as well. So I didn't been on my feet long time. Anywho, that's not what this video is about. Like I said, we'll talk more about that later. What I want to talk about is why do people not prep? Like it just I don't understand. Why do people not want to prep? So we got this we're under a storm. I don't know, was it, I'm not sure if it's called storm watch or storm warning, but it's basically we are 100% chance of getting snow tonight. Sometime tonight, possibly sometime in the early like wee hours of the morning. We're supposed to be getting anywhere between 6 and 12 inches of snow based on some of the different forecasts I've heard. Um, I don't know what the official forecast is. I'm not sure if it's going to be 8 inches or so, but it's a fair amount of snow. If you're in the south, like you can get one flake, snowflake hit the ground, you guys are in a state of emergency. But I find it funny because up here in the Northeast, you think everybody up here is kind of used to the snow and everything, be used to the weather and the climate and all that. But it just never ceases to amaze me. I'm always watching. You can tell. You know, the people who are generally prepared for just this kind of event from the ones who are not. And I tell you what, it was kind of a shock to me today because all I was doing today was just doing my usual, just getting some gas, and I just wanted to get some milk. I didn't really need to go out and buy anything per se, and then also I had to go get a flashlight because well, the other one I normally carry it grew legs and walked off. But so I had to go wait in line at the gas pump at the gas station. Like all the gas stations were filled up, all the gas pumps. Like I had to wait in line. I mean, it wasn't ridiculous, but it was just kind of a surprise because I've never run into that situation. Normally, I keep my truck, topped off. I think at that time when I was at the gas pump, I think I was probably at 3/4 of a tank. I just wanted to get some more gas before the storm was to roll in. But it's just still, there was a line to get into the gas station, and then sure enough, when I got into the supermarket to go get some milk, and I go get some batteries for the flashlight that I bought. Um, yeah, the line was already wrapping around the store. I had to, go. I was waiting in line to get in line, basically. Like the line, like I said, was wrapping around the store, gone all the way into the dairy section, which is the basically the opposite corner of where the actual registers are. The checkout registers. The checkout registers are closer to the front entrance, and the dairy section's located in the back corner opposite of the main entrance. So, like I said, you can imagine I was standing in line for a good long while, but I wasn't really all that worried because it was, like I said, just had to go get a couple things. That was it. But people, man, they're rushing, filling up their grocery carts, and it's like, man, you guys knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. I don't understand why you wait last second to go get food, but it paints a clear picture. Kind of like what it's going to be like. When a real SHTF situation actually happens. I mean, sure, we're all nice and orderly and everything, but like I said, this is just a little storm. But you imagine it would be like if something were to actually happen. I mean, something a little bit more serious, something more long term. An EMP. Grocery stores only carry. They only have enough. They get, like I should say, they get stocks. They get filled up every day. Like there's a truckload that comes in every day to restock the store. Grocery stores don't keep a back stock anymore. Those shelves, you look at them, they're nice and full. They only keep roughly about 3 days worth of food on the shelves. Because we rely heavily upon a super efficient system of basically restocking. Everything we have, all these conveniences, they've become a life dependencies, and we take this whole system for granted. Like this is a very fragile system. But like I said, I wasn't really all that worried because, like I said, I keep food on hand all the time. I just needed milk because, unfortunately, if I try to buy anything more than a quart, I don't seem to go through it quick enough, and it all spoils. So I just buy it 1 quart at a time. But I think I found it more amusing wait there in line to get into the line to check out than I did anything else. Just looking at all the unprepared people, and that's not like I said, that's just one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is, I see is like we'll go off on another tangent. All right, so week before we had another snowstorm. It really wasn't all that bad. I think altogether, I think we might have had I think they forecasted it was like 4 inches of snow. I think what accumulated on the ground was probably about 2.5, maybe 3 inches at most. But people were slipping and sliding in that snow, man. Like they were not getting any traction. People were holding up traffic. I'm not saying everyone, but there were the few. I've seen plenty of spin outs. Like I said, it's just like, really, you don't have the common sense to keep good tires on your car. And they were driving on flat level surface. Like they were spinning out. They were having a hard time, like I said, having a hard time just trying to go in a straight line on level surface, let alone trying to climb up a hill. I even seen a couple of cars stall out trying to climb up the hill because they just couldn't do it. It always pays to be prepared. Like I said, it doesn't have to be just storing up food, but I mean, pay attention. Paying attention, your overall condition of your car. Keep good maintenance on your car, and that means go out and make sure you got good tread on your tires. I mean, the DOT requires that you keep at least a minimum of 1/8 of an inch of tread depth on your tires at all times. But if you plan on driving out in the snow, you need at least double that. Be honest with you, if you want to be really effective in the snow, you'll want probably close to 3/8 of an inch of tread depth on your tire. but you need at least a 1/4 inch minimum to get around on the snow because your tires be able to displace the snow. Anyhow, like I said, that's just those are just a few of the examples. But like I said, it's just the whole thing. It surprises me, and some of you guys that do know me, you probably know that I go to the galley on a daily basis to go get food. I eat at a military galley and eat food. And probably for some of you it probably doesn't make any sense. Why do you keep food in your place? Why do you keep food in your place when you get free galley food? 3 square meals a day. Well, I'll tell you why I do it. I look at the galley the same way as I do the grocery store. The galley don't keep all that much food on hand either. I'm not kidding you. Every day I see the food truck come in every morning and they stock the food. In fact, it's several food trucks. We have like a Cisco truck that comes in. We have a HPC truck that comes in pretty much every morning, just about the time I'm leaving the galley. And then we have a Cisco truck that comes in usually sometime in the afternoon. And then we have like Garlic Farms Dairy. They come in sometime in the afternoon as well. So like I said, they clearly don't keep that much food on hand. Like I said, if we were to have something serious happen, a lot of people would be SOL. Things would be going hell in a handbasket. But that's why I prepare. That's why I keep food on hand. This is, like I said, some people might think of me as crazy, but I just think of it as common sense. Like I said, what you might call crazy, like I said, I like to call common sense. I don't know why you want to prepare, but so this is just, like I said, this is just a basic overview of what today's experience was. That's all I had to say, guys. You guys have